It has to be me. It has to be me. I could save today. You could save the world.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Wonder Woman 2017 moments. For this list, we'll be looking at Gal Gadot's most epic scenes in the 2017 film Wonder Woman. Note, this will contain major plot spoilers.
You will train her harder than any Amazon before her.
How can a woman possibly fight in this?
Fight?
So I stay, I fight, and I give. For the world I know can be.
What do you think is Wonder Woman's greatest big screen moment? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. A conversation between women about a woman. Wonder Woman was a groundbreaking film in a number of ways. At the time of its release, it was the biggest opening weekend in history and total box office for a female director.
Diana, you are the most precious thing in the world to me. I wished for you so much so I sculpted you from clay myself.
It also set a new record for superhero origin story films and remains one of Warner Brothers' most profitable releases to date. Though these stats are impressive, what occurs on screen is equally noteworthy. Because Themyscira is devoid of men before the arrival of Steve Trevor, the film focuses exclusively on women talking to other women, and not just about men.
You keep doubting yourself, Diana.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You're stronger than you believe.
You might not have realized it in the moment, but this remains disappointingly rare in blockbuster cinema. Antiope and Hippolyta's discussions about Diana's future and the responsibility of the Amazons are especially powerful.
I pray they will never come where she has to fight. But you know, a scorpion must sting, a wolf must hunt.
Number 9. Diana has to blend in. Before the events of the film, Diana has spent her entire life on Themyscira amongst her fellow Amazons. While these powerful women have numerous admirable qualities and skills, the ability to blend in is not among them.
Gentlemen, eyes to yourself. Thank you so much.
As such, upon her arrival in London, Diana needs a quick wardrobe change to better walk amongst mortals without drawing too much attention. Like that's even possible.
How can a woman possibly fight in this?
Fight? We use our principles. I mean, that's how we're going to get the vote.
What makes this scene so great is that it accomplishes so much in so little time. It's a great concentrated dose of comedy that also allows Diana to hammer home a number of stinging points about beauty standards and the treatment of women's bodies.
Is this what passes for armor in your country?
Warmer. It's fashion. Keeps our tummies in.
Why must you keep them in?
Only a woman with no tummy would ask that question.
We also enjoyed the subtle nod to 1970s Wonder Woman, Linda Carter, in the form of Diana's glasses. Number 8. Steve Trevor reveals all. Diana's introduction to the outside world is very much a fish-out-of-water story. But before she and Steve Trevor leave Themyscira, it's the American pilot and spy who's out of his element.
41921, that's all I'm at liberty to... Assigned to British intelligence. What the hell is this thing?
Director Patty Jenkins turns gender roles upside down all throughout the movie, but one of the most effective such examples is when Diana walks in on Steve bathing.
Oh, I didn't see it come in.
In popular film, it's traditionally been the female love interest whose body is objectified by characters and the audience. This scene is set up in such a way, however, that it flips the script without reflecting poorly on our heroine. Diana assesses Steve's physique and asks some uncomfortable questions, but because she's literally never seen a man before, it's totally forgivable.
Would you say you're a typical example of your sex?
Number 7. Smashing gender assumptions of sex. Given his good looks, confidence, and general demeanor, we get the impression that Steve Trevor probably does fairly well with the ladies.
I am... above average.
That is, until he meets Diana. Our heroine has grown up without any of the gendered sexual baggage of conventional society. Steve attempts to be chivalrous and respect her honor as a woman, but these are all foreign concepts to Diana, who doesn't understand his hang-ups, especially when he gives evasive, prudish answers typical of the time period. And it's funny because when you look at it from Diana's perspective, a lot of societal norms start to sound odd.
You go before a judge and you swear to love, honor, and cherish each other until death do you part.
And do they love each other till death?
Not very often, no.
Then why do they do it?
I have no idea.
There's also this implied assumption on Steve's part that Diana probably doesn't know much about sex, which she shuts down like a total boss.
The pleasures of the flesh.
Do you know about that?
I've read all 12 volumes of Cleo's treatises on bodily pleasure.
Number 6. Young Diana imitates her idols. Early in the film, we see a young Diana, played here by Lily Espel, watching the Amazon warriors train. The fight choreography is thrilling to watch, and Diana clearly agrees. Our young protagonist obviously dreams of being a warrior, as made evident by the adorable and feisty way in which she attempts to emulate their moves from afar. The whole scene feels very reminiscent of how young kids imitate the crime-fighting moves of their favorite superhero from television or film.
But don't you think it's time to start my training? Antiope thinks I'm ready.
Does she? I could begin showing her some things.
And now, in the years since its release, countless young girls and boys have surely done the same with this very movie. Diana is now the idol to emulate for a new generation. Isn't it nice when things come full circle?
This belonged to the greatest warrior in our history, our beloved Antiope. Make sure you're worthy of it. I will.
Number 5. Steve's sacrifice. Diana is the hero of this story, and thanks to an all-around excellent performance by Gal Gadot, she earns that spotlight many times over. That being said, it's equally hard to imagine anyone other than Chris Pine having done such a great job in the supporting role of Steve Trevor.
What are we gonna do? There's not much we can do. If that's who I think it is. But we can stop that plane.
He and Diana develop a believable and beautiful connection throughout the film, which lends a sense of weight to his dramatic sacrifice.
They get married, make some babies, grow old together, I guess.
What is it like?
I have no idea.
Pine perfectly conveys the mixed emotions that Steve feels in that moment. He's running on adrenaline, he's overwhelmed and fearful, but also strangely at peace with the decision. What makes this moment so poignant, however, is the way that Steve himself frames it.
It has to be me. It has to be me. I could save today, you could save the world.
Number 4. The strength of Diana's belief. Action cinema is chock full of gritty, determined heroes who know all too well the evils that humanity is capable of. Part of what makes Diana such a refreshing hero is that she believes in the inherent goodness of mankind.
I'm the man who can.
Yeah.
And once I find and destroy Ares, the German armies will be freed from his influence, and they will be good men again, and the world will be better.
Of course, it's a crushing blow when she discovers that Ares isn't actually responsible for the war.
Maybe people aren't always good. Ares or no Ares. Maybe it's who they are. Diana.
Such a realization could have broken her and led her to turn her back on the mortal realm, but she doesn't. And it's this strength of character that defines Wonder Woman.
So I stay, I fight, and I give. For the world I know can be.
All throughout the film, regardless of what she's up against or the people involved, Diana always fights the good fight, even against a god she's no longer confident she can kill. Number 3. Wonder Woman liberates the village of Veld. This is the first scene in which we really see Diana truly acting as Wonder Woman. The actual transformation arguably occurs in the previous scene, which we'll get to, but this is Wonder Woman in her element, complete with her now trademark theme music playing. After having shown Steve and his team what she's capable of, Diana has assumed the role of leader and takes the fight to the Germans occupying the village of Veld.
Stay here. I'll go ahead.
The action is absolutely exhilarating. It's fast-paced, bone-crunching hand-to-hand combat, with just enough slow-mo to give the whole thing an epic feel. The camera work further adds to the experience. Patty Jenkins and cinematographer Matthew Jensen really crafted a phenomenal action sequence here. Number 2, the beach battle. Steve Trevor might not pose a direct threat to Themyscira, but the Germans pursuing him are an entirely different story.
I'm one of the good guys, and those are the bad guys.
What?
The Germans, come on, we need to get out of here.
The Germans?
The island home of the Amazons soon finds itself under attack, and while the soldiers aren't nearly as well trained as the Amazons, they make up the difference with firearms. Within seconds of the opening volley, the stakes of this conflict are made all too clear when the first Amazon falls to gunfire. The combat is epic and makes you realize that the Amazons were holding back during training. Queen Hippolyta and Antiope both showcase their formidable skills on the battlefield. Sadly, the latter falls to the German guns while saving Diana's life. It's this careful combination of drama and spectacle that makes this moment so powerful.
The time has come.
You must.
What?
Before we unveil our favorite Wonder Woman moment, here are a few honorable mentions. Diana's strength. A tender farewell.
You have been my greatest love. Today, you are my greatest sorrow.
Diana's origin story.
Have you never met a man before? I mean, what about your father?
I had no father. My mother sculpted me from clay, and I was brought to life by Zeus.
Well, that's neat.
Diana enters the council chamber.
Stay here. I'll be right back.
The sad truth is the majority of them don't even know what they're fighting for.
What Diana does.
If there is no hurries,
You don't believe me.
I can't let you do this.
What I do is not up to you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, No Man's Land. This wasn't just the best moment in Wonder Woman, it was among the most remarkable scenes to grace the big screen in all of 2017, if not all of superhero cinema.
This is no man's land, Diana. It means no man can cross it, all right? This battalion has been here for nearly a year, and they barely gained an inch.
Wonder Woman was a female-led comic book movie on a scale without precedent, and this scene feels like a perfect distillation of everything that makes the film so remarkable. Shot in slow motion and employing CGI to great effect, Diana's journey across No Man's Land is action-packed, emotionally charged, and made all the more epic by the soaring orchestral score. In this moment, our heroine not only proved something to herself and the men in the film, but our world as well. And to think Patty Jenkins had to fight to get this scene in the film.
Steve! Let's go!
Come on, go!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.